Hi guys, welcome back. It's Tracy with TR's Tarot Talk 1111. I am here to do the monthly zodiacs for the full moon in Scorpio. I think it's a super moon even, guys. If the information I looked up online can be trusted, then this is the last super moon, I believe, of 2020. And the energies are already like really showing up in my readings and my personal life too. I mean, energy's been crazy, guys. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're not, thank you for being here and for returning. If you guys like my videos, please give them a thumbs up. Also, if you would like to book a personal private reading, now is a really good time because there's a lot of energy happening, things that need to be transformed, transmuted, let go of. I just uploaded a channeled message from Spirit. For those of you who are new to my channel, every new moon, every full moon, I do the 12 zodiacs and I take a sacred bath and I do automatic writing to ask Spirit, what is the energy or theme for the next cycle, right? We go from full to new to full. All right. So I did that this morning and I uploaded that video and it's some really good stuff. Sometimes my spirit guides are very talky, probably because I am, but I kind of condensed it down a little bit. But anyhow, go watch it, okay? And I drew this card for me in my own personal journey this morning for the full moon energy for me, and it was so perfectly linked with the channeled message. I felt like I needed to share it with all the zodiacs. Okay, so I will be reading this postcard from Spirit first. Then the spread that I chose to do for this month is a 5-card spread, diamond, plus sign, whatever you want to call it. So we have the heart of the matter at the center of your reading. And then we have what needs to be left in the past, what is dying, what needs to be released, transmuted, surrendered, what needs to be put in the past or left in the past. Then we have what is on your mind or influencing your energy at this time or your thoughts. And then underneath you is what is buried or hidden in the subconscious. And then we have what energy are you dealing with moving forward into the new moon phase? Because remember, these readings are just for the month. It's just for the lunar phase. Okay, then stick around because I'm going to do oracle cards for everybody. For the star seeds and light workers, we will be doing the Work Your Light oracle card. For I want you to concentrate and set your intentions for guidance or a yes or no answer for something in your life that you really need answered right now. And so that in that deck, that's the angel answers, brain fart, from Doreen Virtue. There are 2 yeses, 2 nos, and then variables, and advice. So hopefully you'll get a clear answer from Spirit on what you're asking. And then I have the new Rebel deck, which is a sassy, cussing, swearing, in your face kind of deck. We're going to get some of those just for fun, and really they're pretty spot on usually, even though they are brassy. And then I have Romance Angels for my twins and my people, anybody who came here for a relationship read, right? Romantic or otherwise, but especially for the twins. Okay, and then I have, last but not least, is the Wisdom of the Oracle deck for general message for everybody. So, excuse me, everybody gets a reading. Everybody gets a message. So stick around, okay? So the channeled message was all about Spirit saying that there are kind of 2 groups in the collective consciousness right now of awakened souls, okay? There's lots of people going through this, but the ones that have been awakened are really heavily going through this Scorpio energy. Scorpio is, represented in the tarot by the transformation or death card. Okay. It's the end of a cycle. It's the end of a situation, the end of something in order to create something new, like the circle, it doesn't have a beginning or an ending because the beginning is the ending and the ending is the beginning. However, Spirit told me in the channeled message that there are some people in group 1 or group A who are clinging desperately to something that should have been released a long time ago. A toxic marriage, a toxic relationship, toxic friendships, toxic job, whatever you're clinging to or might be clinging to that no longer serves you. Those are the people going to be hit hardest with this energy to let that shit go. And then the second people, and you might get a tower moment is what Spirit said, but I've done 2 zodiacs. This will be number 3. No towers yet, thank God. Okay, so most of you guys might be in the plan B here, or the group B. Group B are people that have already transmuted, transformed, gone through the death and rebirth cycle, or many in different areas in your life. And now you are going through and completing the grieving process. And through that, there's even another step where, it's like springtime. It's from the macro, from, the ending of Pisces, entering into the new age of Aquarius. That's macro cycle, right? Because it's all cycles within cycles. And so when you level that down to the micro, it might look like cleaning up your yard, painting your garage, cleaning out your closets, getting spring cleaning, because spring is here, right? So when something dies or gets buried or there's a cleanup in the natural cycle, things have to be cleaned up. Things get buried, things get mourned and grieved and transmuted. So that was the guided message, in case you didn't watch it. So this was so profound because I drew this for me, and listen to what this says. It's exactly what was channeled to me. And so I felt like I had to read it to everybody. So, dearest you, there are times when loss is a part of life. Sometimes a loss is welcome, like when you leave a situation that is no longer in alignment with your highest good. But sometimes a loss is sudden and painful, like when a loved one crosses over to our dimension. Regardless of the nature of the loss and your control over it, your experience is asking to be acknowledged. Tears may be necessary, as is grieving. When you repress the natural expression of loss and try to move on too quickly without processing, then the unprocessed pain haunts you in a destructive way. We do not want that for you. Instead, let your heart break open wide. Feel the loss, integrate it, see the beauty that was, the lessons that were learned, and know that as you let go of what has passed, ever more of you remains. It gets better, we promise. Your heart expands with more compassion for the world than ever before. Love heals all. We are all loving you, sending you love, supporting always and forever. Spirit. Okay. Now, I'm not saying the same messages to everybody. So if you're cross watchers, you might be like, that's not what you said in my reading. But what I'm hearing for you guys, Capricorn, is the whole world is experiencing, it's an eclipse season. Eclipse seasons and retrograde season. Let's not forget that all the planets, I don't know how many, but they're in retrograde or going to be going into retrograde. So it is a time of endings. It's a time of releasing and letting go. And there are lots of souls that incarnated during this time who chose this time, this transformational time, to leave the planet, right? It was their time to go. And so there's a lot of grieving that's going on. I noticed on Facebook a lot of people posting that they've lost a dear animal a dog or a cat or a bird or, something that really, really mattered. Family. And then I've seen a lot of family losses. If you guys were part of the people I asked to pray for my brother-in-law, Greg, he did not make it. And I am so grateful for your prayers. But he had a massive aneurysm and he had brain damage to the point that it could not support his body without life support. So the family had to face, the decision to remove him from life support because they knew that is what he would want. So that's a grieving process. There are 5 stages of grieving. And if you don't know what those are, watch my channeled message because I looked them up especially for this. So, that's part of what's going on right now. And there are people dying all over the country and, well, all over the globe from this pandemic, right? How much of it is accurate numbers? I couldn't tell you because I think they have to make a lot of assumptions just for the fact that they want to contain it, right? So if you died with a fever and lung issues, but they didn't get to test you for COVID, they make assumptions. Some of them are making assumptions because it ups the number, right? There are timelines also that are running simultaneous with ours, we're all running simultaneous, and you get to choose your vibration. Do you want to experience the new world, the new vibration, or do you want to stay in the 3D reality where there's a lot of really bad stuff going on? You don't have to. Jesus said, be in the world, not of it. You don't have to be on the front line of experience when it comes to that. But there are those that have mission work. If you're a light worker, trust the wave you came in on. Some of you guys incarnated just so that you could expire at this time, because through the passing, it's like a sacrifice, right? You're like, oh, well, I've been through this, 18 billion lifetimes. So I will incarnate on that wave and I will sacrifice because I know that I'm an infinite being and I get to reincarnate and inherit the very earth that I helped to create, right? And then there's just a lot of cycles and timelines that are going on right now. Things are changing for the big time. Okay, so enough talking. Let's get into your reading. Already 12 minutes in. Good Lord. All right, heart of the matter. Triumphant success. Bum, bada bing. Look at this. We talked about death, the cycle of transformation. This could be something that you thought was dead and buried and gone, coming back to life. Just saying, look at that hand shooting out of the grave, right? But this is the Ace of Swords is all about aha moments. It's I get it. It's epiphanies. It's truth, honesty, clarity. I'm just really feeling this energy of something you thought you had laid to rest forever just might not be done yet. Okay, we'll take a look at that as we go back. So we want to look at what needs to be left in the past. Okay, what needs to be left, or what have you left, or what needs to be left in the past. Wheel of Fortune, karma. So this is a karmic review for you guys, Capricorns. This is Spirit saying whatever you've put out in this lifetime, maybe in many lifetimes, is now coming back around in karmic review for you. So you might, with that triumphant success, you guys might have some real solid blessings coming towards you with this Wheel of Fortune and destiny. And it's like that's the energy that I'm hearing, because I specifically asked and set my intentions for what do you need to leave in the past. Old karma, karmic review. You guys are going to get your just rewards. Hopefully you seeded some good stuff, because that's what will come back to you. If you didn't, then something else might come back to you. But with this Ace of Swords, it looks to me like it's good stuff. Okay. So what is on your mind or influencing you this month? The Hermit. You could be dealing with a Virgo. Um, I don't remember what the Wheel of Fortune is for zodiacs. Maybe you guys do. But anyhow, so the Hermit, this is what's on your mind. You guys are leveling up big time. It's like you went on your soul's journey. You journeyed within. You've taken a long look at your karma and you've done some healing. And I'm hearing for some of you, this was very divinely guided. Like it's almost like you didn't even choose it. It just happened, boom, to you. And of course, we've all been quarantined. So, being a hermit is kind of par for the course for everybody. And so for some of you, it's going to be that. It's going to be, well, if you got laid off or if you're working from home, if maybe you live alone, maybe you don't have children or a spouse or a significant other. What do creator beings do when they don't have anything to do? They create and they reflect and they listen and they go within. And, sometimes we're so busy with the mundane, the clocking in, clocking out, appointments and destiny stuff. I got to do this. I got to have that. I got to be here and explore that. And so we get so busy with the mundane, we forget that deep within us is a compass that God placed there to give us the intuition on what we need to do to be on the right path, on the right journey. Spiritual advisement, right? Getting to know yourself, getting to know who you are, and possibly looking at relationships and patterns around you too. So, wrong one. So next is what is buried or hidden subconsciously for you? See, look at that. You didn't just withdraw spiritually, you withdrew emotionally. You may not know it too, because being the subconscious mind, there might be a situation here because cups is about emotions. Perhaps this is a friendship, a job, a situationship, a marriage. But it's something that you were emotionally invested in. You put a lot of emotional investment into it, and perhaps you weren't getting the success and triumph that you expected to get, and so you emotionally withdrew. Now, if that's not your energy, remember that it could be your person's energy. If you came to this reading about a relationship, romantic or just, emotional, then they might have emotionally withdrawn from you. And I'm hearing with that, this is just for some of you. Take it if it resonates. I'm hearing that for some of you, your person went into hermit mode. They distanced themselves because they are on the awakening path. They're on a karmic review. And this is going to bring you success in the situation. This was necessary, okay? Whether it's your energy or your person's. Emotional withdrawal. Remember, emotion is energy in motion. And with the Scorpio full moon, it's the emotions that need to be dealt with. It's the stuff inside of us. What did the card say? Tears are necessary, as is grief. When you repress the natural expression of your emotions of loss and try to move on too quickly, the unprocessed pain haunts you in destructive ways. So I feel like you or a situation or a person, something you're very emotionally attached to, could be you. Some of you, it is you. Some of you, it's not you. I know that's very vague, but it is a general reading and a lot of people are watching. But there's an emotional back off is what I'm hearing. Okay. There's some old karma that is being cleared, old cycles and patterns that are being left in the past. And clarity. Clarity. This person, whether it's you or someone else, needed this solitude, needed the country to shut down, needed the quarantine because they couldn't balance themselves emotionally without being able to reflect. But look at whatever you thought was dead and gone is shooting right back up out of the ground. So what energy do you have moving forward? We have temperance, patience. Yeah, I feel like I said, could be you, could be somebody else, but I feel like in this situation, somebody has gone within, somebody is awakening, somebody is going through the ascension process or changes in their life. They could have lost a loved one, they could have lost a pet, they could have lost their job, they could have lost money in the stock market. You know, there's a lot of loss happening at this time. But this didn't happen to you, this happened for you. Temperance is all about, I like to think of the temperance angel. She is the alchemist that takes what we're trying to manifest. She like guards the gate of the non-physical and the physical. And so in order for what you're trying to manifest, whether it's a person, place, or thing, you know, in order for it to come into the 3D realm, it has to be through faith. And the temperance angel, through the waxing and waning moons, this seed has been fertilized and is already growing, and it was came right in, right? So this is a manifestation. Like I said, I feel like it's a relationship for a lot of you, but this is a manifestation you've been working on. It's like you've been learning and dabbling and practicing the law of attraction, and you've focused on it. You've been clear with spirit. You got clear, and spirit is now, through the law of attraction, helping you to create moving forward. But it's going to take patience. It's gonna take time, a whole lot of precious time. It's gonna take plenty of time. Ooh, to do it, to do it, to do it, to do it right, child. For somebody. Bottom of the deck, by the way, is the death card. This has showed up, I think, in every reading I've done so far. And go figure, Scorpio energy, right? But underneath that is the Eight of Wands, which is movement and communication. So whatever I feel, I really do feel for some of you that you thought something was done. You thought that karmic wheel had turned. You thought it was done and over with, dead and buried, gone forever. You thought it was over, right? And this caused an emotional withdrawal, or it's because of an emotional withdrawal. And so you are being told by spirit to be patient because it's not over. And you're going to get communication. You're going to get clarity. You're going to get success. You're going to get communication, right? Look at this star hitting the crosshairs. It's like, and you got one here, that seed coming right in. So there's something coming in quickly for you guys, but not immediately. When I say quickly, I don't mean like it's happening right now. I feel like you have to be patient. It's being worked on. It's part of your destiny. It's part of what's meant for you, right? But when it comes in, when divine timing hits, it's going to come in whoosh, fast with that Ace of Swords and that Eight of Wands. Something had to transmute something, and you thought it was dead. You thought it was buried. You thought, and I'm hearing a lot of you thought this was your destiny. You really believed that this was your destined path, that this person or this situation was meant for you. And then through this Eight of Cups and this Hermit and this patience and destiny, all of this stuff. Through all of this energy, you almost lost faith. You almost gave up. And Spirit says, don't give up right before it comes in. Don't give up before the blessing happens. Okay, because it is your destiny. And if you thought it was your destiny, that's confirmation. So what do you need to surrender this month for this transformation, this death and rebirth cycle? Surrender frustration. I can't even say it. Blah. Frustration doesn't open any doors. The key to resolving a dilemma or dissolving a block is to take a breath, center yourself, regroup, so you may approach the situation more calmly. Somebody's very impatient. Somebody feels disappointed. Somebody feels like whatever they thought was their destiny, they thought it was disappearing. They thought they were wrong. And Spirit's saying, you were not wrong. Don't be frustrated. Be patient. Allow the wheel to free up and turn. Allow the communication to come in divine timing, and surrender to your intuition. Tune in to your inner voice. Be aware of any gut feelings, flashes, knowings, or aha moments. Look at, guys, aha moments that come through to guide you. This is divinely guided, guys. You got destiny, patience, solitude, transformation, and a lack of communication. And then boom, when it frees up, when that wheel of fortune frees up, and you stop because when you're frustrated or worried, you tell the universe that's what you expect. Or, it's like, well, I thought that was my girl, or I thought that was my guy, or I thought that was my job. I thought that was my calling. Maybe I was wrong. And in those doubtful moments, you become frustrated and impatient. And Spirit's telling you to just breathe and trust your inner voice, trust your intuition. Be the hermit, right? Transformation is happening for you, not to you. You are not a victim. And if you act like one, you will manifest more of that. And I'm hearing, for some of you, if this is a twin flame journey, I'm hearing this is your destiny, and you're going to have moments of communication and fast moving energy. And then you're going to have triggers and separations and times of healing and going within as the hermit, and trusting the universe and being patient that everything is being balanced out. Okay, somebody's losing faith. I'm just hearing it, guys. I hope it's not you. Do not lose faith. Okay, so for the next month, you need to be patient. You need to trust your intuition. You need to stop manifesting through worry and frustration. Maybe this emotional withdrawal and lack of communication was necessary to free up that wheel. Okay? Boom. Good stuff, guys. So let's get you some advice. This is for my star seeds, light workers, anybody who feels like they incarnated at this time to do mission work, right? Like my mission is to help guide the twin flames, 3 waves of them, into union, to counsel them. It's not like I'm going to make union happen. You make that happen through your manifestations. However, I'm here to guide you on that. And I had to be part of it. I had to be a twin. I had to be on the journey myself so that I could teach you what I've learned, right? And there are people that taught me what I've learned. It's waves, cycles. And so there are cycles within cycles, right? So these are for my star seeds or light beings, way showers, ground crew. Answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? Yeah, you've got surrender to your intuition along with the hermit. Impatient. I'm telling you guys, this couldn't be more clearer if I wrote it on the freaking wall. Okay, whatever it is you thought was dead and over with isn't, and you need to stop doubting and start trusting your intuition and answer the call, right? Boom, ba-da-doom, triumphant success is on the way. It's your destiny. It's your destiny. Then we have the great gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits and soul tribe. So if you've been meeting new people, like-minded people, maybe if you're on the ascension journey, you've met people that are also on the ascension and awakening path. If you're a twin flame, maybe you have met other soul family that is also twin flames. Whatever your spiritual mission work is, there are others who incarnated at this time that are meant to help you on your path, and vice versa. Okay, so it's the great gathering. Trust your intuition. And then we have boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? I feel like your boundaries that need to be established are with knowing your value and not accepting anything less. You are lovable. You're perfect. You are made in the image of God. You are a chip off the old block, and you are the inheritor of the divine. So you need to have healthy boundaries. I'm hearing energetically. Some of you guys are really, really big empaths. And when you get out around too many people, too much drama, too much, your energy gets all scattered. And Spirit's saying you need to put a bubble of protection around you, right? Have healthy boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? Look at the picture. It's like all these hands coming at her, and she's like, back off. And she's clearing sacred space for herself. And above her head looks like crown energy, like she's awakening, and she needs to be in the hermit mode. She needs to be in the chrysalis. She needs to be, allowing. I'm just going to leave it there. You need to be allowing and have healthy boundaries while it happens. Okay, now I would like you to concentrate on a situation or a relationship or a question of some sort that you would like guidance on. Okay, in this deck, there are 2 yeses and 2 nos, so you might get a really solid confirmation, or sometimes Spirit doesn't want to give you the answers. They want you to investigate, to discover, to explore. So there would be advice, but not solid answer. So whatever question you have, look at perfect timing and success, and you have success twice. So Capricorns, yeah, baby, good stuff. Whatever you're asking about, you're going to have to be patient. You're going to have to do the work. You're going to have to put up the boundaries, and you're going to have to go through the death and rebirth. But then look at all the energy that frees up with that Ace of Swords and this 8 of Wands. That's boom, hitting its mark. And it's already growing, guys. You just got to trust. Somebody watching this has had trouble with believing what they knew in their heart to be true. All right. So now I have that new Rebel deck, and they're sassy. They cuss and they swear, but they've been pretty on point so far. But they're real slippery. And I had 4 cards come out, and I normally would not take 4, but when I looked at them, they kind of had a theme. So I thought, all right, I'll take them. If it resonates, it's your message. If it doesn't, leave it for somebody else, right? We've only got 2 messages left. So we have stop fucking whining. No one wants to listen to that shit. Complaining makes you weak. You have the strength to change your world, so do it. I don't like the word weak, and I don't like calling people names, but empowerment. I think what this card is trying to say is that don't choose victim, choose victor, and stop complaining, because when you complain, the energy of the manifestation hears you complaining and brings you more stuff to complain about. So stop fucking whining. Okay. Then we have, you need some fucking yoga in your life. ancient shit is cool. So this is that Hermit card. This is you going within. This is you listening to your higher self, tapping in, or your person, right? Then we have stop texting, stop stalking, stop checking on that person. Just fucking stop. Spend your time on someone worth it. Don't waste it on ridiculousness. Okay? Now, I don't feel like you're wasting your time. I feel like you think you're wasting your time. I feel like this is the voice that you're allowing to negatively talk in your head, saying, you know, just stop texting him or her. Stop stalking. Stop checking on him. Just stop. Spend your time on someone worth it. Because I feel like for some of you, this person has gone within. They've withdrawn. They're going through their own dark night of the soul, their own death and transformation. And because of that, maybe they've fallen off your radar and you're worried about that. Spirit's saying, be patient. All right. And yes, don't chase. Don't be frustrated. Go within. Do your work. As you clear and heal your energetic field and set up healthy boundaries, then your person has the space energetically, emotional withdrawal, to do the same. Then we have detox. Drink a smoothie, unfriend that asshole, and throw some shit out. That's spring energy, by the way. This full moon is going to trigger some of you to do that, to detox, to change, your eating habits, to get rid of maybe some old addictions. I have a food thing. I've gained 5 pounds. Look at my double chin, my pudgy face. I've gained only 5 pounds, but when I gain weight, I gain it in my face first. I don't know why. But I'm not eating more. I'm just not exercising enough because it's been cold. And then the few nice days we did have, I overdo it and then I'm sore for days. And so it's a pattern, but that's my shit, right? So in the spring, we all feel this feeling of wanting to clean things and detox and declutter, de-junk, clean up the outside, end old cycles, start new ones. It says drink a smoothie, unfriend somebody, and throw some shit out. All right, now we're going to look at the twins, guys. And I've been chomping at the bit to do this because I kind of feel twin energy in this whole thing. When I see that many major arcanas, out of 5 cards, I've got the Hermit, Temperance, Transformation, which is Death card, and the Wheel of Fortune out of 6 cards. I'm sorry. So there's 4 out of 6. That's big stuff. All right. Yeah. See, you thought something was done. Reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. And I feel like you're going to be happy about it with this triumphant success and this that says perfect timing, success. It's all in divine timing. That's what the Temperance card is all about. And then we have trust. Didn't I tell you I felt like somebody was losing their trust? Says this situation is calling for you to have faith. Don't give up, guys. Don't give up. Don't give up before the miracle happens. Your last message is no place like home. That is definite twin flame energy. And for those of you who are not on a twin flame journey, because this is a general message for the collective, all of the Capricorns and cross watchers, if this is not twin flame or divine soulmate, this is you finding yourself. It's returning. What am I hearing? Hold on, there's a message coming in. Wow, my friend told me that last night. Now I'm getting confirmation from Spirit. Some of you guys, if you're not on a twin flame journey, if you're on the ascension path, if this is ascension symptoms for you, you are being returned to the original state. What would you have been? What would that little child have grown up to be? Who was the person you were meant to be? before karma, other people's karma, ancestral patterns, before shit was done to you. What would you have been? What would you have accomplished? What is your calling, right? No place like home. I think some of you guys are going to return to your original childlike, what you were meant to be. You're going to get a redo with this reconciliation. What was meant for you is finally coming to you. And it doesn't have to be romantic. It could just be returning to your original template, who you were always meant to be, and somehow got sidetracked by other people's gunk, or perhaps gunk that you created for yourself. But I know that if I had grown up to be the person that I wanted to be when I was a child, I remember people asking me, what are you going to be when you grow up? And I said, I don't know, but I know I'm going to serve God. And I am serving God. And I am on my mission. And it feels like I am finally home, doing what I was meant to be doing. So for some of you, if it's not romance, you're getting a redo. You're getting an opportunity to be what you were always meant to be, right? All right, so that has been your reading. I love you guys. If you would like a personal private reading, all the details are listed in the description box below, as are links to Kay Moon's channel. You can check for her newest video, and a link to my second video. I always forget to tell people. So this is like reading number 3, and you're the first ones I reminded. But I do have a second channel that it's sporadic. If you're going to go there and expect to have videos uploaded all the time, it's not going to happen. It's my whimsical channel. It's when I get called to the table to do something fun and different. Poetry, music, blogging, vlogging, whatever you call it, pick-a-pile readings, spiritual mediumship readings, whatever spirit writes on my heart, that's my second channel. Okay? If you subscribe and you don't see a lot of activity, know I warned you, because it's only for me. I'll share it with you if you're interested, but it's kind of mine to do whatever I want. All right, I love you. Namaste.